Welcome to Horsebytes, your go-to source for keeping up with the show jumping world. Last week, we saw exhilarating action from one of the most spectacular horse show venues in the world, the Global in Mexico City. With exciting competition and the most exuberant and educated crowds, the event was absolutely top-notch. We also saw some great sport out of one of Europe's top show facilities, Gorla Minore, near beautiful Lake Como. It's that time of the year again, World Cup finals, and this year sees the competition descend upon Riyadh for the first time ever. We'll break down the format and share some insight on past winners, as well as give you an outlook for this year's top contenders. Plus, we had a chat with a top equine sports nutritionist to see what the best riders in the sport are eating to stay fit both physically and mentally. But first, let's see who took the lion's share of the prizes from the past week.
Main event of the week was the CSI 5-star LGCT in Mexico City, which saw Belgian powerhouse Nicola Philipparts and H&M Luna van Rijdershof jump the fastest double clear to secure his third ever Global Champions Tour win in what proved to be a very challenging course. And the CSI 4-star in Gorla Minore went to Peter Clemens and Emerton over fellow countrymen Jos Verlooy and Origi to take top honors against a super strong field of horses and riders in a 15-horse jump-off.
By the way, guys, YouTube is free, so don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all our channels. Welcome to Showstopper, powered by EquiRatings. It's almost World Cup finals time, and with the horse rider list already published for Riyadh, let's take a look at the strongest combinations and how our returning champ measures up to the challenge of defending his title. Before we get into the horses, let's cover some basics. The World Cup final is our sport's only indoor championships. Unlike other championships, you can switch horses throughout the competition, but notoriously that has not proven particularly successful for past winners. And it happens yearly, unlike the biennially or 4-year cycles of other major events. Plus, riders qualify based on points earned throughout the different leagues around the world instead of subjectively from chef to keeps. Format looks like this. Scores are cumulative from all rounds based on a point system established the first day. There is a speed on day 1, a 1 round with jump off day 2, then a day off with a consolation Grand Prix for those who don't qualify for the finals, and 2 final rounds on the last day with the top 30 qualifiers. Some cool stats. Of the last 10 editions of the World Cup finals, 7 winners had led the competition after the first day, and this includes the last 5 winners in a row. Of the last 10 winners, no rider has finished outside the top 6 on the first day, so keep an eye out for that. And only once in the last 10 editions did the winning horse come into the competition on an ELO below 720. So let's take a look at the top ELO-rated horses in the field this year. King Edward is a cut above the rest on 810. The Speedy, Frenchman, and Dubai de Cedric sit in second. And the world number 2 sits third with Dallas Vegas Bati. Overall, 14 of the top 100 ELO-rated horses are due to compete in Riyadh. Defending champion Henrik von Eckermann and King Edward has the support of a second horse this year with Ileana, and Ken Farrington comes in with 2 top horses in his string, Tulena and Greya. The World Cup finals always proves to be top sport with some wild cards thrown into the mix. This year we'll see a few rookies debut, but you can be sure the action won't disappoint. And it's certainly an interesting indicator of top horse rider combinations getting set up for the Olympic Games come July. And if you feel like getting all gussied up for the World Cup finals, maybe a new pair of earrings is just what you need. Introducing the newest addition to the Fearless Feathers collection by Karina Brez Jewelry. I've always loved the idea of an ear cuff, something that followed the natural curvature, something that was sleek but also stood out. It's always really hard for me to wear earrings because the feathers are like in the way and so prominent, plus they cover my ears most of the time. So I need something substantial and unique that will stand out but remain classic and high fashion. Well, Karina managed to create the most beautiful, slender feather that evokes movement but still showcases a bold and fearless expression of individuality. The perfect feather ear cuff, which can be worn in multiple ways. Fearless Feathers by Karina Brez Jewelry. Follow the link below to order yours today on www.karinabrez.com. This week's Weekly Wonder, we're talking about rider nutrition. Do you think about what you eat in terms of your performance? Do you alter your routine on competition days? Could what you're eating be affecting your ability to focus while on course? Well, Today we have world-renowned equestrian fitness and health coach Nina Hammarstrom here to discuss these very things. Nina has multiple masters in business, is a certified personal trainer as well as nutritionist, and has worked with top riders Malin Bayard Janssen, Michael and John Whitaker, Jurg Vreeling, Peter Fredriksson, Marco Kutscher, Rolf Jorn Bengtsson, and many more. She was a -50 level show jumper herself and clearly knows what it takes to perform at your best. And today we're going to touch on just one part of her expertise, nutrition for riders. Tell us a little bit about the importance of diet and nutrition in overall performance. I mean, you used to be a rider.
It's more important than people think, generally. It's something we forget about, and we need to eat right to be able to focus, to be able to concentrate in the ring, to make fast decisions, and of course for muscle and impact of our energy.
What would you suggest to any rider wanting to make sort of a small and manageable change to their current diet in order to improve their performance?
One thing that I see all the time in riders is the intake of fiber is not enough.
Okay.
So the fiber makes all the things in the intestines, like immune system, how you get many come back from a big show somewhere and traveling and they get a bit sick, they catch a virus.
Yeah.
That's something that you can prevent.
Let's talk a little bit about supplements. I know that they're sort of a tricky topic.
Big topic.
Yeah, people love to use them not only for their horses, but for themselves. What are your thoughts on supplement use today, nowadays?
Usually less is more.
Yeah.
If something is potent or strong enough to make an impact on the positive side, it is also strong enough to make a negative. So you can't just add on. Yeah. And you need to know why you're eating it and be quite specific.
We saw a recent bit on FEI's socials, and they were asking riders, what do you eat before competition? And I think that there's a big discussion as to time and different types of foods. Talk a little bit about that.
On a general, you should not eat fast release carbohydrate and not in bulk. As a general, I would say eating a light salad with some healthy fats, nuts, avocado, some olives.
Yeah.
And eating that about 2 hours before you're going to get on the horse, then you have at least a good way to kind of go. Or, drink a yogurt, something that has some probiotics.
Okay.
Something light.
Something that won't sit heavy, because I know even myself, I hated to eat anything at all. Yeah. Do you think that there's a problem with people who don't want to eat at all? Do you think that can affect performance, or do you think it's still really individual?
Absolutely, it can affect. And if you do it because you're nervous and that's not your normal routine, then it's definitely not good for you.
Okay.
But if you do it always, that you're always on a fasting kind of regime, then your body can get used to it and your body can learn to release glucose from the cells from the storage in an efficient way, but not if that's only at the show and that's something that you do only there. That's never a good thing. Okay,
so that's important. Make sure that you stick to your routine whether you're showing or not.
The more that you do things like you normally do it, and this comes to everything, performance for how you prepare your horse and everything, the more you stick to your routines, the better your body will adjust to the nervousness, the stress, and everything else. Energy drinks, protein bars with a lot of sweetness, everything like that, always bad for you. Eat your greens. That's
fiber.
Fiber, green vegetables, broccoli, kale, spinach. All of that is always good for everyone. We are designed to eat that, and we should have that as a base.
Okay, so in the mornings, and I know a lot of riders, including myself, always go for an iced coffee. Is that enough of a drink or hydration for the day? Do you think that that can count as my meal before I ride?
No.
Damn it.
But yes, also. No, but caffeine is fine. Coffee is fine. I have my coffee in the morning first thing as well. But drink your water. So hydrate first, drink a large glass of water, and then you can have your coffee and you can ride a few horses. That's fine if that's your routine.
Okay.
But don't only drink the coffee. Drink your water as well. Always hydrate. Always come back to hydration. If you choose not to eat, hydrate and have your coffee. That's fine, but not only.
Okay. So when my mother told me I should drink water, or drink more water, she was right. All right, so you should listen to your mothers.
Listen to your mothers.
As Nina mentioned, balance is key when it comes to best nutrition practices, and make sure to stick to your usual routine and know that everyone's body is different, and finding what works best for you is key. Now, make sure to eat up our wild things from the past week.
All right, let's take a look at some of the famous throwback moments from the World Cup finals. First up, Vegas 2009, Rodrigo Pessoa, doing that inside turn did not work out. And here we're going all the way back to 1982 in Gothenburg. That's Paul Schockemuller coming over the front end of the horse. The Swedish commentator is just dying laughing.
Det är nästan grymt.
He obviously was okay. This one we all remember. It's BZ Madden going for the win in Vegas in 2007. But she was okay. And then the funniest of them all and the wildest of them all is Susie Hutchison. And Woodstock back in 1993, the jump crew was in her way and she was going to mow them down. Didn't matter that they were there. She was jumping the clear. Look at this coming around the turn. She doesn't even have a bit in the horse's mouth. Those were your wildest moments from the World Cup finals over the years.
If these bloopers made you chuckle, be sure to hit the subscribe buttons for more. And if you have one you'd like to share, please send it along and get an opportunity to be featured on the show. That's a wrap on this week's top highlights. Stay tuned to all of our socials. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow along all the action as it unfolds here on Horse Bytes, your go-to source for keeping up with the show jumping world.